Welcoming everyone once again here at Hanson Memorial Field. I'm JJ Sylvia, joined alongside myself by my partner and cousin, Mr. Carter Sylvia, bringing you another installment of Somerset Berkley Varsity Boys Football here on Somerset Access TV, Berkley Community Access TV, and SB Blue Raider Studios on YouTube. And Carter, Raiders come in at 1-5, facing a 3-2 Dighton Rehoboth squad that they are oh so familiar with in many different sports.
For sure, John. I mean, it's always a battle when it's Somerset and DR, and tonight should be no different.
And for DR, they recently lost their starting quarterback for the last couple of years to a broken leg. They're going to slide Maddox Mendoza, the multi-sport athlete, into that spot tonight. A lot of pressure on number 10 in white.
Yeah, for sure. Maddox Mendoza is still young, a junior, and getting on the spotlight here tonight against a lot of his friends here on this SB Raider football team, ones of Kyle Hamlet and Jace Poissant.
And if we look at the other side for Somerset Berkley, Carter, going to be an interesting quarterback situation for them this evening as well.
Yeah, it's very obvious. Both teams are banged up, a lot of injuries. I mean, if you look on the Somerset side, two main players in Crook and Tyrese Brown are just notables, along with Cullen Doherty, who's out for the season with concussions. So definitely both teams have a lot to prove tonight.
We will see both Liam Meehan and Mason Benjamin at the quarterback position tonight for Somerset Berkley. But for now, let's head down to the field for introductions and the national anthem, and we'll be right back here on Somerset Access TV, Berkley Community Access TV, and Blue Raider Studios. JJ Sylvia, Carter Sylvia with you, and Mikey Alves will be joining us just a bit later on. And Carter, it's senior night, one of those timeless traditions here at Somerset Berkley that makes for an excellent atmosphere.
Yeah, especially this year, John. I mean, the amount of seniors that the Raiders have this year is a lot. I mean, especially next year, they're going to have to develop a lot of players in order to keep up a good team next year.
Raiders have won the toss and elected to receive, so they will get ball first. Raiders are in their home blues tonight with the pink trim for Cancer Awareness Month. Dighton Rehoboth in the road whites, and they will kick from left to right across your screens to get us started on another edition of Friday Night Lights here in Somerset. So glad you can all join us on whatever platform you are watching from, either Somerset Access TV, Berkley Community Access TV, or Blue Raider Studios on YouTube.
Let's hear some noise, Raiders fans. Senior night and pink out. Let's have a good game.
Braden Caldera will do the kicking for the Falcons, a team coming in at 3-2, but if we look at the records on paper, Carter, they seem much in contrast, but if you look at the strength of schedule for Dighton Rehoboth, it's a lot different than what we see from Somerset Berkley. We'll talk about that after kickoff. Caldera will send a squib out to about the 33-ish yard line. Austin Parker on the move, heading towards midfield. Parker down the far sideline, will be taken down in Falcon territory. But Carter, let's discuss a little bit more about the strength of schedule for Dighton Rehoboth.
Yeah, Dighton Rehoboth, I mean, to start off the year, 41-13 win against Sharon, so definitely a great start for them there. But Sharon, not one of the better ranked teams in the state of Massachusetts, so that's definitely one to look out there. And then their next game, a 45-0 loss to Medway. That's something you definitely don't want to see in the record. And that's hopefully something the Raiders have looked at on film and saw some things to exploit here in this game.
So some tough games mixed in with a few easier ones for the Falcons to start the season. And it's Liam Meehan at quarterback to start. It's a wildcat look, and Meehan goes right up the middle. He will get about 6 on that one.
Start for the Raiders. Liam Meehan up the middle, just in a different type of way this game with him at quarterback out of the gun. Let's see what else he can do in this game. This should be interesting.
I mentioned in pregame that we'll see both Meehan and Benjamin behind center tonight. It looks like to start for longtime head coach Nick Freitas that Meehan is the guy. Meehan in a shotgun sort of look here. He takes the snap, and he'll go up the middle again. Liam Meehan bulldozing his way forward, getting some help from a pile push from behind. He's got enough for a Raider first down.
Once again, back to Liam Meehan, and it's just typical Raiders every single game, using Liam Meehan up the middle with blockers in front, and that's another Raiders first down.
Play is good for Raiders. First down.
I always say, Carter, that the crowd is often late arriving here at Hanson Memorial, but tonight they are out in full force early. A pretty much full set of bleachers on both sides here as the Raiders look to mount an early and successful offensive drive. Once again, it's Meehan set up as the QB. Meehan will hand it off right this time, and not much room to move. Flag comes flying in at the end of the play as Jared Tavares got the handoff.
Flag goes against Somerset Berkley.
Flag is on the Raiders, so that'll push him back a bit. Looked like a chop block there. And this is a trend that we've seen a lot from the Raiders this year, Carter. They start off drives well, and then penalties start to really kick them in the shin.
Yeah, for sure, John. I mean, you always don't want penalties, especially blocking penalties, because those are the worst. Those bring you back the most yards, 10, 15 yards. So hopefully the Raiders can clean it up here so that way they can win this ball game.
A clean football game is a must. It's really been a struggle in that area for the Raiders this season.
15-yard penalty.
A 15-yard penalty, and now it's first down and a country mile for Freitas' boys. The snap to Meehan and the handoff going to A.J. Griffin. Meehan faked it and took it back. A spin move to stay on his feet. Liam Meehan across the 30-yard line, inside the 25 and now the 20, and almost down to the 15. They'll drag him to the ground at about the 16-yard line. Meehan looked like he handed that one off to Griffin, almost like he snatched it back from him at the last second, Carter.
Yeah, excellent vision there by Liam Meehan. As you said, John, it looked like Aiden Griffin was going to take that ball the outside, and Meehan saw the hole and took the read last second, and that's another Raiders first down, a huge gain.
First and 10 at the Falcons' 16-yard line.
So after a penalty sent the Raiders back quite a bit, they're back to a first down and 10. Benjamin, the handoff, this time on the move to the left and getting inside the 10-yard line is Brody Cabral.
It looks like there on that play, John, they moved Bass and Benjamin back under center. I guess when they get into the red zone, they're going to try something different. That was a good little play to Brody Cabral, who's good at picking up short yardage situations.
So now we start to see what we talked about in pregame, that flip-flopping between Benjamin and Meehan. Benjamin back directly under center this time. Benjamin gives it back for Meehan, trying to find a hole. Meehan still on his feet, fighting for the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown, Somerset Berkley.
What a great drive there by the Raiders. Despite the penalty, they look unfazed, I mean, walking right into the end zone with ease.
A late flag will come in. Hopefully it doesn't cost Somerset Berkley here after the last few plays, which were oh so successful. At first glance, it seems like it's not going to cost them that touchdown, but we'll wait on the official call. It's a call against the offense here.
After the play was over, the flag was unsportsmanlike against Somerset Berkley.
So an unsportsmanlike call against Somerset Berkley after the play. So it will be 6-0, and now the question is, Carter, do you go with Gavin Kamara's boot, or do you try to go for two?
I mean, based off the way Coach Freitas goes, especially with the penalty, he's probably going to go for two and see if he can get 8 up on the board.
Officials will apply the penalty yardage set up at about the 3 or 4 yard line here.
2-point conversion
for the Raiders. 2-point conversion attempt on the way. Benjamin rolling to his right, looking to throw. Mason Benjamin cutting back middle. He will not get there. And on the tackle was Cooper Benfito.
It was a QB keeper by Mason Benjamin. So the score with 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's Somerset Berkley 6 and Dighton Rehoboth 0.
It looked, Carter, like Benjamin wanted to throw there, but the Falcons secondary had every option covered.
Yeah, it's definitely tough when you're rolling out to find options open at all. Even that slight little gap in the back of the end zone was just not there for him to throw, and good job keeping it there and avoiding a turnover that could have been very costly.
So a 6-0 Somerset Berkley lead early. Only a few minutes gone here in quarter one, and it looks like the penalty yardage will actually push the kickoff back as opposed to the two-point conversion. So Gavin Camara will be kicking it from the 25-yard line.
2 hours of bowling for up to 2 people at AMF Bowling in Somerset. Test your luck as all purchases towards the chance to win. We'll also go to support our Raiders athletic programs. We will draw the winner at the end of the third quarter. Kickoff will be at the Raider 25-yard line by number 28, Gavin Camara.
So Camara to send it away. As the Raiders defense will now get a chance to take the field here in the early going. Camara will squib this one to the left, and it will be downed right away at about the 50-yard line.
Kickoff handled by number 2, Braylon Allen.
Braylon Allen was the one who took the dive on it, but solid field position to start for Dighton Rehoboth, Carter.
And actually, it looks like it's going to be on Raiders' side of the field, dropped at about the 49-yard line, so even better field position there.
10 for Dighton Rehoboth at the Somerset Berkley 49-yard line.
And just a reminder that tonight's coverage of Somerset Berkley football is proudly sponsored by Somerset Federal Credit Union. Maddox Mendoza under center will do a long pitch to the left here, and moving to the outside is Reed Mello. He has nowhere to go. Dropped behind the line of scrimmage on the sideline.
Yeah, slow developing pitch there for the Falcons. I mean, Mendoza took the snap, got that pitch off late, and Sam Mello read that like a book, and that's a great tackle for loss there.
Great tackle indeed. But yes, Somerset Federal Credit Union sponsoring tonight's broadcast, and they offer a full range of financial services with convenient locations in Somerset and Swansea, Massachusetts. SFCU is focused on you. Mendoza, a shotgun look here. The multi-sport athlete will take the snap and look to throw, and that one is in and out of the hands of Jack Lynch. It was a bit of a high throw there.
Once again, though, that coverage is on locks. It seems like the Raiders have figured out what to do against this Falcons team against the pass, because I've never seen them do coverage like this.
Raiders have had instances this season where they have been beat badly in their secondary. Obviously a secondary that's been riddled with injuries pretty much like the rest of the squad, but nonetheless a good start with that initial passing play. And now Mendoza again with a shotgun look. He's got trips to the right and one receiver left with a running back in the backfield with him. The snap to Mendoza. He'll take about a 3-step drop and look right. A low throw is snatched. Not sure if it hit the ground, but the Raiders will wrap him up either way. That was Brody Henriques.
Yeah, I mean, great job there by Christian Hicks to initially blow up that play, and pretty much if he breaks that tackle, he's gone. So definitely a great play there, and great job by the Raider defense to rally and push him out of bounds.
A 4th down and long.
3 yards on the play.
On the way. And it looks like Dighton Rehoboth will play it safe and punt, looking to pin Somerset Berkley deep in their own end.
Brody Henriques in punt formation.
Looks like Sam Mello back to receive. That punt gets partially blocked. It'll bounce and be picked up.
Punt return by number 9, Austin Parker.
Austin Parker was the one to take it, but now the special teams stepping up for Somerset Berkley, Carter. So we've seen the offense, the defense, and now the special teams make a big impact. And we're still only about halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely a great start here for the Raiders, but football is a 4-quarter game. Let's see if they can keep it up for all 4 quarters.
1st and 10 for Somerset Berkley at their own 39-yard line.
First and 10 for the Raiders. Meehan back at the QB spot. The snap to Meehan, and he bobbled it. Liam Meehan trying to get out of trouble. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to be sacked. And it's Titan Grassi in there as the initial tackler.
Yeah, it looks like the snap just came to the left side of Meehan a little low, so he wasn't able to corral it, but great job just picking up the ball and avoiding a bad turnover.
Meehan, an experienced senior from a family full of Somerset Berkley athletic greats. His brother Owen was a quarterback for this squad. His even older brother Jake was also a member of the basketball and football teams. So the Meehan family, no strangers to SB Athletics. And once again, second drive in a row, the Raiders are pushed back deep. Looked like some early movement before the snap. Referees saw that too.
Flag on the play.
Question is it on the offense or the defense? And it looks like it's on Dighton Rehoboth's defense. So Raiders getting at least a favorable bounce on that one, Carter.
Yeah, for sure, John. I mean,
Against Dighton Rehoboth.
that makes this go from a 2nd and 20 to a lot more favorable place to get a first down here on this drive. So let's see what they can do, as they just got a lifeline here.
2nd and 15 coming up for Somerset Berkley. Clock ticking again, under 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. The give to Meehan. Liam trying to get back to the initial line of scrimmage. He is going to get a few yards more than that.
Liam Meehan, the ball carrier.
But nonetheless, still a 3rd down and long coming up for the Raider offense. A flurry of Falcon tacklers combining to drag Liam Meehan to the ground. Mason Benjamin will head into the huddle with the call from Nick Freitas this time. 3rd and 9 on the way. Third and 9 or 3rd and 8. They give to Meehan again. Running behind his offensive line. Liam Meehan nearly getting to the first down marker. He'll be about a yard short.
Now, big decision here for Coach Freitas. Do you go for it, or do you bring out the punt team? And it looks like, based off Mason Benjamin going back to his coach, they're going to go for it here on 4th down at about the middle of the field.
Kensley Mason and Maddox Mendoza combining for the tackle there. And the Raiders will go for it. 4th down and 1. Benjamin directly under center. He'll take the snap, and before that snap gets off, a flag comes flying in.
After the snap, there is a flag on the play.
And it's a false start on the offense. We talked about the mistakes earlier, Carter. Nick Freitas needs to be sending that message. Even as early into the game as we are, you need to limit the mistakes.
Yeah, and those mistakes can cost you drives. I mean, that went from a 4th and 1, a very potential pickup, to a 4th and long. And now you have a big decision here, and it looks like he's taking a timeout to figure out what to do.
A timeout indeed for Somerset Berkley. That is their first of the half.
Channel 98, Berkley Community Access TV, Channel 9.
And fans, make sure to subscribe to Blue Raider Studios on YouTube for video coverage of all athletic and other school events, and also follow along on the Blue Raider Studios and SB_Athletics X pages. Out of the timeout, it will be about a 4th down and 7.
South Coast Conference score update. A 45-yard touchdown has put Old Rochester in front of Greater New Bedford 7-0. 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
A nice score update there from our buddy Keegan Hamlet on PA. Old Rochester up 7-0 on Greater New Bedford, and another South Coast Conference clash going on tonight under the lights here in the South Coast of Massachusetts. Liam Meehan back at Q. The snap to Meehan. He'll look to run. Meehan still on his feet, diving for the first down line. Does he have it? It's going to be close. Very similar to what we saw in the Durfee game. The DR Falcon defenders are saying that it's short. Spot is questionable, to say the least. They might have to bring the sticks out here to check on this one.
It always seems the Raiders on these short down, 4th down situations always seem to get just that 1 inch short when they bring out the chain. So, as you said, John, that didn't look like a favorable spot by the referees.
Officials will take their time to make sure that this one is as correct as possible.
There will be a measurement on the play.
5 minutes, 11 seconds to go in quarter one. Somerset Berkley looking to build on that 6-0 lead. And here come the chains. Deja vu from the last time you and I were here above the press box. Everybody watching with anticipation, and the Raiders got the first down. That's huge, Carter.
Oh, for sure, John. I mean, you lose the ball on your own 48 or 49. That's really tough to come back from, even though your defense has played well early. So that's definitely a good, huge momentum for this Raider offense.
A large applause from the Raider faithful after that call from the officials. First down on the way. The snap to Meehan. He'll look to run up the middle again. Liam Meehan bouncing off one tackle will get upended as he gets to about the 45-yard line of Dighton Rehoboth.
Yep, another good start for the Raiders offense here, and they just got to keep going. Whatever works, you got to keep doing it. And this seems like this DR defense cannot find a way to stop Liam Meehan right now.
Ball will be spotted at the 45.5 for a second down and short play on the way for Somerset Berkley.
Correction, 6-yard gain on the play, second down and 4.
And it's back to the Liam Meehan show. We've seen a lot more of him in this one than we've seen of Benjamin at the QB spot. A.J. Griffin gets the handoff. Griffin will be close to the first down marker. Looks like he may have gotten it.
Ball carried by number 10, A.J. Griffin.
They might have to bring out for Raiders first down. Looked like, John, initially that they might have to bring out the chains again because that was so close, but looks like they gave the favor to the Raiders as another Raiders first down.
Under 4 to play in the first. Benjamin still on the bench, and once again it's Meehan. Liam Meehan will get a couple, but not much more than that. Mendoza among the tacklers for Dighton Rehoboth, along with Ben Gardner.
Number 7, Ben Gardner, and number 10, Maddox Mendoza, on the combined tackle.
We've seen a lot of the same play, Carter, from the Somerset Berkley offense thus far. Just a snap to Meehan and kind of a wildcat setup, and then he tries to either run right, left, or up the middle. Might want to think about opening up the passing game. Meehan obviously has the older brother who was a Q, so we'll see what happens here. Meehan on the run again as a flag comes in, diving towards the first down marker. Again, he's about a yard short depending on the call, and it looks like it's against the offense.
Somerset Berkley.
Once again, John, it's one of those penalties that are drive killers, and the Raiders actually been able to overcome it each of the past 2 drives. So let's see what they do here, because those penalties should not be taken.
Nick Freitas, the longtime head man of Raider football, gives his orders to Meehan, who heads into the huddle with under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Somerset Berkley still looking to add to that 6-0 advantage that they have after the Meehan touchdown run and then the failed 2-point conversion attempt. Meehan, the fake, will get across by a smidge past the initial line of scrimmage. Third down and long on the way.
Yeah, let's see what the Raiders can draw up here. They might have to go to the pass here, 3rd and 13. Maybe you want to pick up this first down here, right now, or you want to progressively get up there, get a 6 to 7 yard gain, and go for it on 4th down.
Mason Benjamin back in at quarterback here. He'll squat just behind David Tavares. And Benjamin, the give back. Moving left is Sam Mello. He is wrapped up quickly. Kensley Mason What a tackle.
Yeah, DR knew that pitch to Sam Mello was coming, and they rallied to the football, and that's a great tackle for loss. Now the Raiders have a tough decision here on 4th down and 9.
The Falcon captain coming up with a booming tackle to drop the Raiders back a few yards, but I don't think that will matter because Somerset Berkley will go for it on 4th once again.
4th down and 12.
This time, 4th down and 12. Benjamin barking orders. He's under center.
Get out, Kensley. Get out, Kensley.
Mason Benjamin back to throw. Bull rush coming. He gets it out, and it's incomplete.
Mason Benjamin's pass is incomplete.
He had a couple of Falcons swarming in on him. Titan Grassi was in there, as well as Ben Gardner trying to bring him down.
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't have a lot of time there. He tried to step up in the pocket, but that defensive lineman got a hold of his shoulder pads, and that's a great play there by the DR defense.
So it'll be a turnover on downs, and Dighton Rehoboth will take over on offense once again near midfield. Let's see if they can cash in on the favorable field position this time around.
Dighton Rehoboth takes over at their own 45-yard line of 1st and 10.
Back to Maddox Mendoza and company. Mendoza, the handoff to Benfito. Benfito rumbling forward. He's easily got a DR 1st down.
Looks like the DR offense has got some momentum here. After that stop by the defense, they look like they're hyped up for this drive, and looks like they're trying to march down the field with ease.
Chaudhary and Dion combined for the tackle that time. Hamza Chaudhary came in with a 6-and-6 split. 6 solos, 6 combined tackles on the season. He'll grab another combined to add to his season total for the senior. Mendoza shotgun look and another give. Running up the middle, look like Cooper Benfito again. He'll get about 7.5.
That's another solid gain on 1st down for the Falcons. I mean, it's been smooth sailing on this drive so far. Let's see what they can do as this quarter comes to a close.
Quarter is indeed about to come to an end. Under 10 seconds, I would assume the Falcons will let the clock run out, but maybe they'll try and catch the Raiders off guard with one more play. 3, 2, and 1, and my initial hunch was correct. Quarter number 1 comes to an end here at Hanson Memorial Stadium with a 6-0 Somerset Berkley lead in a low-scoring defensive battle thus far in this one, Carter.
Yeah, for sure, John. I mean, both defenses have played very well. Despite that first drive for the Raiders, the DR defense locked in on the second one, forcing penalties and forcing a turnover on downs.
As we look towards quarter number 2.
Senior families, if you are participating in our senior night festivities,
just a reminder to fans that the fall sports season is here. To access all sports schedules, head on over to arbiterlive.com and enter in your school in the search bar and access all team matchups, times, and locations. That's ARBITER live, LIVE.com. Arbiter Live, your source for high school football, soccer, and other sports information.
Fans, let's have a round of applause for our Somerset Berkley and the visiting DR cheerleaders who are helping lead the chants at field level. Start of the second quarter, 2nd down and 3 from the Raider 36-yard line.
12 minutes until we take our halftime break, and it is a 2nd and 3 coming up for the Falcon offense. Mendoza rolling to his right. He'll look to throw. Mendoza going deep. Incomplete as it's knocked away.
Defended by number 8,
Sam Mello, the one to knock that pass down as it was intended for Jack Lynch.
Yeah, Sam Mello giving him the sword, not allowing any separation against his receiver. I mean, great job by turning his head, not getting the pass interference and swatting that ball down.
Jack Lynch definitely does have the height and speed to be one of the more go-to receivers for this DR squad, and he's gotten a couple of targets already, unable to corral either of them in. He'll be out left this time along with Mason. Mendoza the handoff. Once again, it's Benfito close to the 1st down. Looks like he got it.
Looks like Jaden Medeiros on the tackle.
Jada Medeiros, another senior, in on that tackle there.
Yeah, one of the workhorses for this football team. Despite being a lineman, he has a lot of speed, and when you see him when running backs are going across the sideline, he'll run across the field and make tackles. That just shows the type of player he is.
A gutsy, gritty player is number 50 in blue.
1st and 10 at the Raider 32-yard line.
About 40 seconds gone here in quarter two. A 1st down and 10 for the Falcons. A pistol look here. The snap to Mendoza. Flag comes flying in. It's a false start.
False start against Dighton Rehoboth. A 5-yard penalty will make it 1st and 15.
Now the penalty bug starting to plague the Falcon offense, Carter.
Yeah, and especially the way they've been going on this drive. Those are penalties you cannot take, and now with the 1st and 15, they have a lot to come back from.
And just a reminder to everybody watching on any of our platforms, be sure to stay tuned after we begin the halftime break for the senior night festivities as we honor the many seniors on the football squad, the cheer squad, and the band, as well as the color guard this evening. A momentous occasion that Maddox Mendoza and company will look to spoil. The snap to Mendoza, another pre-snap whistle. Looks like a timeout here.
Called by Somerset Berkley.
Second one that Nick Freitas will burn here in the first half. Stops the clock with 10:37 to go, and Carter with a 5-yard drop back here for the Falcon offense. If you're Nick Freitas, you might want to think about sending some heat on to Maddox Mendoza, who hasn't been much of a quarterback this season, usually playing out of the wide receiver position, but due to some dire circumstances, he's the guy.
Yeah, that's usually what coaches should do. I mean, especially with the speed you have off the edge. Now with Coda Laguna playing at the defensive end position with a lot of speed there, that's definitely the right move, John. Definitely should force Mendoza to roll out and make mistakes.
Mendoza will get his orders from head coach Kevin Goosey. And now a 1st down and 15 on the way for Dighton Rehoboth. Still seeking an answer to the opening score from the Raiders. The snap to Mendoza, and he'll pitch right. Benfito wrapped up. Still trying to move forward. It looked like he was down on the initial tackle. But if he's lucky, he might get that call, and he does so. An even bigger gain than we would have initially thought. Benfito able to stay on his feet after the initial wrapping.
Yeah, about a 10-yard gain there after breaking a bunch of tackles. Definitely impressive by Benfito. Actually, sorry, John, 11 yards. So definitely an impressive gain by Benfito to make this 2nd and short.
And now we've seen both offenses gain big yardage after getting a penalty called against them. We talked about the contrast between these two teams coming into this one. Now a lot of similarities. This time a timeout for Kevin Goosey.
With 9:48 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Both teams, Carter, not messing around with making mistakes in terms of play calling. We've seen both coaches early in this one burning timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, coaches always see a lot more than the players, and when they see pre-snap adjustments that they don't like, they'll call a timeout and make sure it's adjusted.
Helpers in the press box tonight, helping our game day operations. Running the score clock is Tommy Kane. And on stats, we got Gabe Gonzalez, Jake Solomon, and Matt Carpenter.
And Raider fans, for a full recap of all Somerset Berkley sporting events, make sure to check out and subscribe to the Somerset Sentinel on Facebook for George Austin's articles on all Raiders sports teams.
Purchase yours tonight to show your team spirit from the lawn as well as in the stands.
Out of the Falcon timeout. 2nd and short on the way.
Timeout, it's a 2nd down and 4 to go.
Another pistol look for Mendoza. Mendoza the give to Benfito, looking to bounce outside, close to the 1st down marker.
Cooper Benfito on the run.
Jason Poissant in among the tacklers for the Raiders.
Jason Poissant also been a guy who's kind of been riddled with injuries with that concussion earlier in the season, but they moved him to guard, and he's been really impressive to watch there at that position.
Poissant had a touchdown catch earlier this year against Fairhaven that I swear may have been one of the more impressive throw-in catches that I've seen in my broadcasting career at any level, whether it's high school or college. Now making big plays on the defensive end, third down and very short. A handoff, and it looks like the Raiders might have met him at the line of scrimmage. And a flag will fly in at the end of the play as it looked like a punch was thrown after the tackle was made.
Yeah, he was trying to get in a fight with Kyle Hamilton. Kyle was having none of that as he threw him to the ground, and in retaliation he threw a punch. That's the kind of discipline that coaches don't want to see.
Yeah, if you're Kevin Goosey, it's definitely not the ideal situation. That might push Dighton Rehoboth back after being close to the first down.
And John, that's the type of stuff that can get you ejected in football games like this, especially when it was an open, just for everyone to see here on the side, for the side judges and for the opposing team. So definitely stuff you don't want to do.
Officials had a quick conversation with Coach Goosey, and now he'll have a conversation of his own with Maddox Mendoza. Kyle Hamlet nonetheless seems fired up. We saw him clapping just now. He doesn't seem fazed at all by what just occurred. Let's see if the Falcon offense is at all fazed. Officials will deliberate about the call here. Looks like a personal foul against Dighton Rehoboth, so not much of a surprise there. Let's see how far it will push the Falcons back.
The last carry was by Cooper Benfido. The tackle was made by the entire defensive line.
And that's going to be a real gut punch here. And a loss of the down as well. So fourth down on the way and very long for Dighton Rehoboth. And it looks like their second punt is to come.
Those penalties, John, that's a legitimate drive killer, as it was going to be a 3rd and 1. Now it's a 3rd, and now it's a 4th and 16, and they're out to punt.
Henrique's on the punt, and this time he'll get it away without any blocks. That one will roll way down, and the Falcons will pin it at about the 1 yard line, at least at first glance. But they're going to actually rule it as a touchback, at least at what was first called. Officials will have to talk about this one as well. They definitely are taking their time to make sure they get the calls right early in this one. But nonetheless, a solid punt there, Carter, from Brody Henriques.
Yeah, no matter what, even if it's a touchback, you're still pinning the Raiders at their own 20-yard line. So really, it's a win-win situation.
There was a flag on the play.
A flag on the play was a hold on Somerset Berkley's special teams unit. So it looks like it would be called a touchback, but the holding call will push the Raiders back behind the 20-yard line.
No, hold them.
The ball will be marked at the Raiders' 10-yard line, 1st and 10 for Somerset Berkley.
Raiders will start another offensive drive at their 10-yard line. Benjamin for Meehan. Liam Meehan spinning and winning about 5 or 6 yards on that one.
Yeah, Liam Meehan Another great start to the drive, 5 or 6 yards. That's what he averages on the season. That's what he seems to pick up on almost every first down.
Gain of 5 yards on the play will set up a 2nd down and 5.
So Benjamin back in at the quarterback spot as him and Liam Meehan continue to flip-flop back and forth at that spot. Under 8 minutes to play in the half. Benjamin under center will take the snap and go back for Liam Meehan. He's got a big hole up the middle and he'll cash in on it. Liam Meehan still on his feet. That is a big gain of about 10 yards and a Raider first down. And we got an injured Raider at the back end of the play. Looks like David Tavares is down, and we'll step aside for a moment. Out of the injury timeout, Carter Sylvia and I return here on Somerset Access TV, Berkeley Community Access TV, and Blue Raider Studios. Mason Benjamin will go back for Meehan again. Meehan moving right across the 40-yard line. He will have another Raider first down.
Liam Meehan once again, right up to the left or the right side. It doesn't seem to matter what side he goes on. He always picks up a Raiders first down.
The play is good for a Raiders first down.
Noah Godso on the tackle for Dighton Rehoboth.
1st and 10 at the 42.
And a give to Meehan again. Liam Meehan initially ran into tight and grassy, but he'll continue to push forward to get a few extra yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and short on a Raider drive, Carter, that is starting to look reminiscent of the first. They're moving the ball well with positive yardage and limiting the mistakes.
For sure, John, but it's really about the penalties. If they don't get penalties on this drive, this could be a touchdown for the Raiders.
Now Benjamin looking to throw. Mason Benjamin has A.J. Griffin out of bounds at about the 34-yard line of Dighton Rehoboth.
And a little different
flag coming in late.
And a little different look for the Raiders there on that passing play. It was not a Mason Benjamin rollout. He dropped back into the pocket and delivered a dime to A.J. Griffin for another Raiders first down.
Personal foul will be called against Dighton Rehoboth, so that will help out the Raiders' case even more, as this drive's starting to look very promising here as we inch toward halftime. Only 6 minutes and 15 seconds left after Griffin went out of bounds. And the ball will be spotted at the Falcon 20-yard line. So prime field position here for the Raider offense as they look to strike once more. Benjamin back for Meehan. Meehan, another big hole up the middle. He'll get tripped up as he got to the 2nd level. Looks like Kensley Mason got in there to grab the left leg of Meehan.
The Raiders are just chugging along here on this drive, and hopefully they can punch it in for a touchdown and most likely go for that 2-point conversion if they do to make it 14-0.
After Mason got Meehan's leg, Mendoza sealed off the tackle.
From the 10-yard line.
And at the 10-yard line, it'll be a 1st and goal for the Raiders. 2 running backs behind Benjamin here, and he'll go for Meehan once more. Liam Meehan moving to his right, a spin move, and he's in! Touchdown! Raiders!
Liam Meehan darting, dashing, spinning through the defense, unstoppable for a Raiders touchdown.
And now we will most likely see that 2-point conversion attempt that Carter was talking about just a few moments ago. Let's see if Somerset Berkley can make it a clean 14-0 lead, or if we will stay at a 12-point margin. 5:37 left in the half, however, Carter. So regardless of what happens here, Dighton Rehoboth has plenty of time to mount a drive of their own.
Or the Raiders get the ball back and having a time of their own to get another touchdown before the half.
Anything can happen here in Hanson Memorial. On the 2-point attempt, it'll be Meehan. He is in. 14-0 in favor of the home squad.
Somerset Berkley 14 and Dighton Rehoboth 0 with 5:37 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Much more efficient on the 2-point try that time, Carter.
And John, it just came down to no penalties on that drive. Despite the push out of bounds that could have easily been a retaliation by the Raiders, they just kept chugging along, head always forward, and that was a great touchdown drive to watch, as it really was piggybacked off that big play to A.J. Griffin.
And if you're head coach Nick Freitas, you have to be smiling from ear to ear right now. A gallant effort thus far by the Raiders in this South Coast Conference clash.
Berkley Raider marching band, along with the cheer team, leading the chant on the walking track.
Gavin Kamara will kick it away from left to right
Let's also have a round
for the Raiders.
For the Somerset Berkley Raiders student section, dressing up all pink tonight for Pink Out.
And just a reminder that tonight's Somerset Berkley football coverage is brought to you by Somerset Federal Credit Union, offering personalized banking solutions and community-focused service with convenient locations in Somerset and Swansea, Massachusetts. SFCU is focused on you. A much higher kick this time from Kamara, fielded at about the 20-yard line. And on the move, going to the right, now trying to cut back to the other side of the field and unable to get there is Sherrod Mitchell. He will be wrapped up by a combination of many Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, Mitchell tried to cut back across the field, and there was just no prevail as the Raiders swallowed them up.
Multiple flags did come in on that play. Let's see who they're on. First one, at the very least, is on Dighton Rehoboth.
Flag goes against Dighton Rehoboth for a block in the back.
So it's a block in the back call, and that seems, Carter, to be the only call there. So multiple flags come in, but only one call to be made, and it's against the Falcons, so they'll be pushed back.
Tackle number 88, James Darlington.
James Darlington, at least according to him, getting credited for the tackle there.
First and 10, Dighton Rehoboth at the 18-yard line.
Keegan and most likely Carter will be on the call next Friday. As Somerset Berkley will look to take on their next opponent here, Mendoza. The handoff right. Reed Mello still chugging on the right half of the field outside the hash marks. Looks like he got about half of the yardage needed to get a potential first down.
John, if you saw on that play, 10 of the 11 Raiders jumped in on that pile to bring down the running back. That just shows how much tackling is important to this team, as it's been a struggle all year.
Second down and 4.
Second and 4 on the way with 4:44 and counting to go in the first half. Mendoza, he'll look to throw, and once again, he puts it over the hands of Jack Lynch.
Yeah, and that just comes down to the inexperience. He's not used to making those type of throws, especially as a wide receiver. He's actually used to catching them. So on that play, once again, the receiver did get open. He just wasn't able to hit him in his chest. So definitely something to look forward to as the game progresses, that the receivers can get open. It's just whether the ball can get there.
Third down and 4 on the way. As Carter said, the Raiders might be able to get a stop here, so let's see if they can do it. Mendoza fakes the handoff. He'll roll left a bit and look to throw. He's got it. Kensley Mason will have the Falcon first down.
Great throw there by Max Mendoza. It might not have been a tight spiral, but it was a crossbody right into the receiver's hands, and that's a Dighton Rehoboth first down.
So now we've seen quite effective passing plays from both
15-yard gain on the
offenses. The first completion of the day, if I'm correct, for Maddox Mendoza. Clock about to go under 4 minutes to play. Time pause. Mendoza with a receiver in motion. On the jet sweep, it's Mason. Nowhere to go. Might have even lost a yard on that one.
Again, it's those Raiders. Not a lot of broken tackles I've seen at all for this DR side today. The Raiders have really been swarming to the football and not allowing any extra yardage.
Looks like they will mark right at the line of scrimmage. No yards lost there. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Falcons.
Second down.
And now they'll move the down marker, so it'll be 2nd down and 11. Mendoza fakes the pitch, rolls right a bit, looking to throw. Cannot connect with Mason that time.
That pass was on target, John. We could have seen a big yardage situation there as, once again, the receivers are getting open. It's just whether Mendoza can deliver the ball into the receiver's hands.
And just a reminder, Mike Dowds will be joining us for the second half on color. Carter Sylvia will get his first chance of the season to join the Raider fan section. But still, 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first half, and a 3rd down and 11 coming up here for the Falcon offense. But we've seen them already in this one convert in long yardage situations. Mendoza back to throw. A high arcing throw is a bit too far.
Intended for Sherrod Mitchell.
And unable to track it down was Sherrod Mitchell.
Great coverage there by Hamza Chaudhry, not allowing any separation for Mitchell to get at all. And Chaudhry has had his struggles with coverage here in this season, but he's definitely seemed to clean it up here in this game.
A funny story for the Chaudhry. First time I ever met him, he asked me to take a selfie with him. Boy, did I feel like a celebrity. Nice punt for Dighton Rehoboth. They'll pin the Raiders back.
Punt goes to the Raider 37-yard
Plenty
line.
of time. Just for a 2-minute drill for Somerset Berkley's offense here.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, they were probably going to get another chance on this in this half to try and get another touchdown as they're giving the ball to Dighton Rehoboth to start the second half. So to go up 21-0 before the half is definitely something they're looking forward to.
On the left side by Prospect Street.
14-0 Raiders after 2 big scores in the first half of this one. A pre-snap flag. It's a false start.
The flag is a false start against Somerset Berkley.
So the Raiders once again punching themselves in the gut in situations where they could really blow the doors open on this contest.
First down and 15.
1st and 15 on the way for the boys in blue. Benjamin back for Liam Meehan. Meehan will be wrapped up quickly. A nice tackle by Addison Verissimo Carrera.
Addison Correa on the tackle.
And once again, John, it's one of those false starts that is really killing the Raider drive here. And so now with a 2nd and 11, let's see what they can do here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock.
2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11. Benjamin will give to Meehan again. Meehan will shed one tackle, trying to shed another that time. He could not get away from the tackler in Reed Mello. He'll be close to the first down, about a yard short at first glance, but now they're going to give the first down to the Raiders after a change in spot. Raiders running hurry up here. Give to Meehan again. Meehan will get a couple before he's wrapped up by Verissimo Correa again. Under 2 minutes to play in this first of 2 halves. Raiders methodically moving down the field, seeking a 3-score advantage. Benjamin, no shocker here, it goes to Meehan. Meehan pushing forward, flag comes in as he is brought down by a combination of Kensley Mason and others. And it's a hold against the offense. That draws the flag.
And that's another costly penalty here for the Raiders, as that will drawing back another 10 yards. So as it was looking like a really promising drive, really just got halted by that penalty.
I do have to correct myself. I said earlier that Keegan and Carter would be on the call for the next one. That's actually not true. Next week is a bye week for the Raiders before you will see Carter and I potentially again on Halloween when Somerset Berkley welcomes in the Apponequet Lakers. Now Benjamin dropping back. He'll roll to his left and look to run with tons of open field. Mason Benjamin across the 50 will get some of that yardage back, and it'll bring up about a 3rd down and 5-ish.
Yeah, I mean, just a great job there by Mason Benjamin not to try and force the ball into any tight windows. He just goes and takes the ball and takes a good 6 to 7 yard gain.
Benjamin will give back for Meehan on 3rd down. Meehan spins off of a tackle close to the 1st down marker. He will fall forward to get it.
That's Liam Meehan on the run.
Mason in on the tackle, among others. More hurry up for Somerset Berkley with under a minute to play in the half. Benjamin back for Meehan again. This time running left. Liam Meehan looking to cut back middle. A good chunk of yardage gained there. Let's see if Freitas burns that final timeout. He's not doing it yet. Still a hurry-up offense here for the Raiders.
And 6, 2nd and 4.
Benjamin takes the snap with 22 seconds. Back to throw is Mason Benjamin looking deep. Kyle Hamlet with the catch.
Mason Benjamin's pass is complete.
Freitas should burn that timeout now, and he will with 14 seconds left. Hamlet is into the red zone.
Kyle Hamlet, usually an offensive lineman, changed the tight end. Now getting receptions downfield and just a great catch there, not to allow the receiver, the cornerback, to get any separation on the ball.
So indeed, Freitas does burn his final timeout after the reception by Hamlet, wearing number 0 today. Stops the clock. And now the home squad will deliberate. But 2 successful passing plays today by Mason Benjamin. You might want to think about giving him a chance to sling the rock again here, Carter. Don't have too many plays or chances left in the first half.
Yeah, and the Raiders, when given the chance, will get open, as it's been like wheel routes or out routes to the sidelines where they're just catching the ball at will. So maybe that's something to go back to, John.
About to come.
Big decision to make here, because your running game's been phenomenal here tonight, but the passing game's also been something to keep note. So let's see what the Raiders do here with 14 seconds left.
Benjamin squatting directly under center again. Snap to Mason. He'll fake the handoff and look to throw again. A.J. Griffin's open on the left side. He's got it. Touchdown. A.J. Griffin.
Number 10, A.J. Griffin, a 17-yard touchdown.
A.J. Griffin, a formidable force here in the receiving game. He's been unstoppable when given the chance, and when you give that kid open space, he'll put up 6.
Second catch of the game for Griffin, his first touchdown, and it is 20-0 Raiders, and they'll look to make it a clean and crisp 21-0, or maybe even more than that, based on who's out on the field right now, Carter.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for 2 again to make it 22-0, and if you get this 2-point conversion, that gives you even more momentum going into the second half.
Falcons will get the ball to start the second half. Another give to Meehan, and this time he is in for the second time in a row. The Raiders convert on the 2-point conversion attempt. Flag comes in late, but it will count for the moment.
With 6 seconds to go in the second quarter, but there is a flag on the play.
Carter, you see anything there that might have warranted a flag?
Yeah, not that I'm aware of, John, but I'm sure when Keegan announces over the intercom, and there we go, we got our answer, personal foul against Dighton Rehoboth, and it looked like on that play, Liam Meehan his back was turned to the end zone, but somehow got the ball across the goal line, so definitely an impressive play there.
So once again, Gavin Kamara will kick it off. 6 seconds left. But as I say all the time, I've seen crazier things happen. So maybe Dighton Rehoboth can make some magic.
I mean, last year against Old Rochester, we saw Finn Bjork run a onside kick to the end zone, just picking it off of the ground and just jetting down the sideline. So as you said, John, it's not impossible that something crazy can happen here.
But either way, an excellent start here on senior night for this Raider football squad. A team that has had their fair share of injuries and gauntlet games at the beginning of the season and struggles and turnovers and penalties, but it all has culminated in a very successful contest thus far here against DR.
Yeah, for sure, John. And here they just got to make sure they have good coverage. Don't allow anything crazy to happen. And just tackle the way you've been tackling all game. As I said before, the DR Falcons have not really been able to get really anything going on offense because of penalties mostly.
A penalty was also given to Somerset Berkley, so that'll push the kickoff back again for Kamara. He will kick from the 25-yard line with 6 ticks remaining. Mason back to receive along with Brody Henrique for the Falcons. It won't even get close to that. It ends up skipping pretty much to tight and grassy, it looked like. He'll dive on it.
That was really close to being a recovery for the Raiders, and imagine if that happened. The Raiders get the ball. You never know what could happen.
But now a chance for maybe a heave in the last 5 seconds here for Mendoza and the Falcon offense. Ball is spotted at the 37-yard line of Somerset Berkley. Raiders will come out in a prevent look. Mendoza will give to Vito, and he won't get much out of it. The clock will strike triple zeros, and we will conclude the first half of play here at Hanson Memorial Stadium on senior night. Back above the press box, JJ Sylvia, Carter Sylvia with you. And Carter, a 3-2 Falcons team against a 1-5 Raiders team coming in. You would not have expected the score we see right now.
I mean, based off talking to the Raiders players before this game, this is what I exactly would have expected. The way they were fired up for this game, it was unlike any other game I've seen this season.
And Carter, if you're head coach Kevin Goosey, a lot of adjustments to be made at halftime if you want to get your Falcons back into this one. What's a couple of them that you think might be best to mount a comeback?
I mean, Maddox Mendoza, the quarterback, is definitely in the top one, and Ben Fido has also been a really prominent figure in this DR offense and defense. So just those two players are definitely the ones that need to step it up.
Both teams will need to step up if they want to come out of this game victorious. But for now, we take our halftime break. We'll be right back here on Somerset Access TV, Berkeley Community Access TV, and Blue Raider Studios with Mikey Alves joining me.
And as is tradition, we would like to take a moment to recognize our seniors and their parents for their years of commitment to Somerset Berkley Regional High School football, cheering, band, and color guard. Our first senior member from the football team is number 2, Jared Tavares. Jared is joined by George and Karen Tavares. Our next senior member is number 4, Hamza Chaudhry. Hamza is joined by Hadra and Hassan Ephraim. Our next senior member is number 5, Brody Cabral. Brody's joined by Debbie Dorigo and Matthew Cabral. Our next senior member is number 6, Colin Doherty. Colin is joined by Matt and Amanda Doherty. Our next senior is number 8, Sam Mello. Sam is joined by Stephen and Maura Mello. Next up is number 10, Aiden AJ Griffin. AJ is joined by Jessica, Mark, and Wesley Griffin. Next up is number 13, Finn Crook. Finn is joined by Andrew Crook and Christine Cordero. Our next senior member is number 17, David Perry. David Perry is joined by Kaylee Fernandez. Next up, number 18, Austin Veloso. Austin is joined by Melissa and Gary Wright. Next up is number 23, Aiden Lambert. Aiden is joined by Sean and Kim Lambert. Our next senior member is number 50, Jaden Medeiros. Jaden is joined by Dan and Maria Balboni. Next senior member is number 55, Jason Poisson. Jason is joined by parents Jason and Kristen Poisson. Our next senior member is number 69, Max Pasternak. Max is joined by Andrea and Mike Pasternak. Our next senior member is number 72, David Tavares. David is joined by parents David and Kristen Tavares. Our next senior member is number 76, Giovanni Davis. Giovanni is joined by Cassie Placido. Next up is number 78, Miguel Santos. Miguel is joined by Miguel and Yan Santos. Our next football senior member is number 88, James Darlington. James is joined by parents Joshua and Elizabeth Darlington. And now for our football team captains. Our first team captain is number 0, Kyle Hamblett. Kyle is joined by our parents, Kevin and Carrie Hamblett. Our next senior captain is number 3, Liam Meehan. Liam is joined by his parents, Steve and Kelly Meehan. Our next captain is number 42, Drew Dion. Drew is joined by parents, Matt and Mary Dion. And our final football senior member is team captain number 71, Gavin Sylvester. Gavin is joined by Steve Kelly and Nathan Sylvester. Let's have a round of applause for our football senior members. And next up on our senior list, members of the Somerset Berkley cheer team. Our first cheerleader senior is Olivia Enos. Olivia is joined by Tiffany and Paul Enos. Our next cheerleader is Juliana Pereira. Juliana is joined by Lucy and Joseph Pereira. Our next cheer senior is Juliet Polkowski. Juliet is joined by Chris LaCava and Jillian Polkowski. And now for our cheerleader team captains. Our first team captain is Ashlyn Duran. Ashlyn is joined by Kristen and Mike Duran. And our final cheer captain is Sophia Greenwood. Sophia is joined by Ken Robidoux and John Greenwood. Let's hear a round of applause for our Somerset Berkley cheerleader seniors. And now for the final group of the evening, the Somerset Berkley band seniors as well as the color guard. Our first senior member is Ben Terrio. Ben is joined by his parents Jim and Jennifer Terrio. Our next band senior is Emily Biello. Emily is joined by her parents Luke and Melissa Biello. Our next senior member is Scarlett Wolf. Scarlett is joined by her parents Kevin Wolf and Denise Desmaris. Our next senior member is Brooklyn Campbell. Brooklyn is joined by her parents Ronald and Kalia Bluen. Our next senior member is Emmy Frias. Emmy is joined by her father Todd Frias.
I like this one better because I know it's just like.
And fans, at this time, we would like to welcome to the field Michelle and Ken Oman in remembrance of their daughter, Selena Oman. Selena was a member of the class of 2026 and a previous member of the marching band. Unfortunately, Selena lost her battle with brain cancer in 2018, but her memory and love of music lives on. The marching band seniors would like to present a small token to her parents in honor of Selena. Fans, let's hear a round of applause for Selena Michelle and Ken Oman and the rest of the Somerset Berkley Senior Band and Color Guard senior members. And fans, how about a round of applause for all of the senior members for the class of 2026. Our football seniors, cheer seniors, band and color guard seniors, we thank you for your dedication to Somerset Berkley football, cheering, band, and color guard, and we wish you the best of luck in your futures. You will always be a part of our Raider family.
Back up above the press box, JJ Sylvia, now joined by my partner and good friend, Mr. Mikey Alves, for the first time since SB hockey season last year for Somerset Access TV, Berkley Community Access TV, and Blue Raider Studios. And Mikey, a excellent first half performance by the Raider offense where the passing game has been about as prominent as we've seen all season other than the Fairhaven contest.
Yeah, I feel like Somerset's a very run-heavy team with the double-wing T, but it's nice to know that they're starting to pass the ball a little bit more and starting to fluctuate out there on offense. And yeah, I just got here, so I'm excited to see how the passing game goes because when I was in high school, we mostly ran the ball and ran a lot of power. So yeah, I'm excited to see the diverse offense now.
And Mikey, you're a former player, as you just mentioned, on the Somerset Berkley football squad. If you're in Nick Freitas' head right now, what do you think his thought process is? Your team is up 22-0, but this DR team has shown that their offense can strike at any moment. So what's the mentality?
Yeah, just really don't get complacent. Keep trying to run the ball down their throats and pass them when you can, but just try not to make any clumsy mistakes and just play smart football, simply.
Smart football is going to be a necessity for both squads as we head down to the field for the second half here at Hanson Memorial Stadium. Second half about to get underway here at Hanson Memorial Stadium. JJ Sylvia and Mikey Alves along with you. A 22-0 lead for the Somerset Berkley Raiders that they built through a passing barrage at the end of the first half. One connection between Benjamin and Kyle Hamlin, and then the touchdown throw from Benjamin to A.J. Griffin, coupled with a couple of earlier touchdown runs by Liam Meehan, and that is the score we see right now as Gavin Kamara will kick off from right to left across your screens. Kamara will send that one inside the 30-yard line. Picked up and on the move is Reed Mello to the outside. He'll be brought down in DR territory, and now we will see the Falcon offense for the first time here in the second half. And Mikey, the Falcons, as I was talking about with Carter in half one, lost their longtime starting quarterback to a broken leg a few weeks back. So Maddox Mendoza, who's usually a wide receiver, stepping in at the quarterback position. You, as a former football player, should understand that's a lot of pressure, especially for Mendoza, who's a junior.
Yeah, that's an understatement. A ton of pressure. I mean, I hope he has a good arm and can stay comfortable in the pocket when the pressure's coming for him. But I'm interested to see how he does.
Cooper Benfito on the carry there. He was wrapped up by Kyle Hamlet and others. Hamlet got him at the legs at first. Benfito got a couple on that one, so a second down and about 8 on the way.
2 yards on the play. Second down and 8.
Mendoza shotgun look here. 2 receivers left. Snap to Mendoza. He'll look to throw. Nobody home. Kensley Mason looked like the target, but a bit of miscommunication there between QB and wide receiver there. And just a reminder, fans, once again, our Somerset Berkley Athletic Boosters team is seeking help for the fall sports season. If you're interested in becoming a board member or assisting in the concession stand, please email sbabc@sbregional.org for more information. A snap to Mendoza, and he'll roll to his right. Maddox Mendoza will look to go deep. Jack Lynch can't corral it.
Yeah, I think that ball was just slightly overthrown there.
I saw Maddox Mendoza and Jack Lynch practicing a little bit during the halftime break, Mikey. Some of those deep pass routes almost connecting there for a big play, but now a third down and long on the way for the Falcons. And
number 8, Brody Henriques, in punt formation.
Make it a 4th down and long, my apologies, and Henrique will punt for the 3rd or 4th time in this one. Henrique gets it away just barely. A solid punt that will take a favorable Falcon bounce inside the 20-yard line of the Raiders. Falcons will pick it up at about the 14.5-yard line. An excellent punt there for Brody Henriques, Mikey.
Yeah, smart special teams play, letting the ball roll and not getting too anxious there.
So the Raiders, for the 2nd time in this one, offensively pinned deep in their own end. And again, my apologies for earlier. The battle between me and the people who control the down markers on the far side of the field continues this season. Benjamin going back for A.J. Griffin, running left, able to shed 1 tackle. Griffin will get about 5 on that first run.
Number 7, Ben Gardner. Number 52, Noah Godso on the stop. Gain of 5 yards on the play.
Gardner, the lead tackler. Along with Godso for the Falcons. This time it goes to Liam Meehan. Meehan running behind his offensive line once more, still on his feet. He will bulldoze for about a 15-yard gain and a Raider first down.
Yeah, great run by Liam Meehan, putting his arm on his lineman's back and just plowing through.
He got that lead block from Brett Irizarry and just kept plowing forward.
16-yard gain on the play. 1st and 10 at the Raider 36-yard line.
And like we saw earlier, Mikey, with the 2-point conversion attempt that Meehan was able to get in on, he had his back turned and was still able to get positive yardage continuing forward.
Yeah, it looked like you wanted an extra 7 there.
Benjamin once more will go back for Griffin. A.J. Griffin is going to get wrapped up. First tackler in there was Cooper Benfito.
A.J. Griffin, the ball carrier.
Under 10 minutes to play in quarter 3. Raiders looking to add even more on to an already strong 22-0 advantage.
2nd down and 8.
Second and 8 for Benjamin and the boys. We haven't seen too much of Liam Meehan at the quarterback position over the last few quarters. Meehan gets the toss back this time, looking to move forward, still chugging.
Good effort.
Will be about a yard short of the first down.
Brody Henriques and Kensley Mason on the stop.
But that's been the story all season, Mikey, for Liam Meehan. You just cannot bring him down at first contact. It often takes 2, 3, 4 tacklers just to get him to the ground.
Yeah, impressive about his size, too. Liam Meehan's usually bigger than the Somerset Berkley running backs that they've had in the past, and he's strong and fast, so it's fun to see him watch. It's fun to see him play.
3rd and short. Meehan once more. Going up the middle, a big hole that he takes advantage of. Another 10 to 12-yard gain, and the Raiders first down.
Yeah, you know Coach Freitas is loving that, staying on the inside and just riding your blocks to get the first down.
This Raider offense today just running like a well-oiled machine.
1st and 10.
About as refreshing as an ice-cold Coke to see if you're a Somerset Berkley fan with the struggles that this offense has seen this season. Back for Meehan again. Gets through the gap. And another big chunk of yardage. Very close to yet another Raider first.
Yeah, like I said, the Somerset Berkley Raiders just need to keep running the ball down their throat and not taking any big chances, and it's seeming to work for them right now.
Sam Mello back on the field now to give Meehan a rest.
We'll make it a 2nd down and 1.
If I'm the Raiders, I would change up the question here and look for a play fake and try to see if they can get a deep ball over the top. But
we've seen a couple of those deep balls already. Let's see if they do it here. This time it goes back for Mello, and Sam Mello will charge forward for a Raider first down. Late
And there is a
flag comes
on
in.
the play.
Not sure if that's an unsportsmanlike there. That was way after the play.
The initial gesture by the referee, even though there was traffic in front of him, looked like a personal foul call.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's on the offense.
Flag goes against Somerset Berkley.
So the Raiders, as the story has really told us for most of this game, they're gaining momentum, and then they have one of those costly mistakes that pushes their offense back. But Mason Benjamin and the boys have really bounced back many times in this one from adversity. So let's see if they can do it again here. Another give to Meehan. Runs into multiple tacklers. Among them is Reed Mello to bring him down.
Tackled by Reed Mello. And number 68, Lewis Kent.
Lewis Kent was also in on grabbing Meehan there. Gets some of that yardage back.
Second down.
Raiders have yet to really use the passing game much here in the second half. Meehan, more consistency in the run game for the Raiders. He is inches away from another first.
Yeah, like I said, I'd like to see the Raiders throw a play-action pass here because the safeties have a very low depth right now, and they're stacking the box. So it's basically like they're just anticipating the run, and I think they just need to change up the question on them and throw a wrench in the wheel right now. We'll see.
Once again, it's Meehan. Spinning off that initial tackle, reaching forward. He's got more than enough for another Somerset Berkley first down.
Yeah, I mean, John, but at the same time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, seeming to work right now. Guess they're going to just keep running the ball down their throats until they get in that end zone.
One of my favorite quotes to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And with the success that this Raider running game has had, I'm not surprised that Nick Freitas is sticking with the hot hands. Once again, no shock. It's Meehan getting some room down the near sideline. Liam Meehan cannot be stopped.
Taken down by number 9, Kensley Mason.
Kensley Mason in on the stop there for the Falcons, but Meehan has another Raiders first.
These are really strong runs by A.J. Griffin and Liam Meehan, but you got to give a lot of credit to these linemen. They're blocking excellent right now.
And this Somerset Berkley line has had so many injuries, but just working cohesively together as a unit today. Meehan once again on the charge forward.
Running forward. Cooper Benfido with the tackle.
And now an injury timeout on the way. Mikey Alves and I will take it with these two squads. We'll be right back here at Hanson. Back out of the injury timeout. Second down and medium for the Raider offense. Lined up on the left hash. Benjamin going back for Liam Meehan. Meehan trying to spin off another tackle. He'll be wrapped up.
On the run.
4 or 5 Falcons got in to take Liam down that time.
Number 60, Addison Correa, in on the tackle.
Addison Verissimo Correa among those.
Gain of 4 yards on the play, 3rd down and 1.
And a third and very manageable one. See if the Raiders can get it. Meehan looking like he has plenty, and he does.
Running out to the 6-yard line. The gain of 5 yards on the play, good enough for another Raiders first down.
Somerset Berkley, Mikey, has killed most of this third quarter on just this drive alone.
I was literally just going to say that. They've killed the last 7-8 minutes just running the ball down their throats, just like I said. And I haven't seen a Somerset Berkley regional football game since 2021, and it doesn't surprise me that they haven't gone away from the power run at all, because it seems to be working right now.
A tried and true method under Nick Freitas. Meehan looking for his third. He's got it.
Raiders.
Touchdown. Somerset Berkley.
A 6-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders are laying a shellacking onto the Falcons right now. Looks like they might go for 2 again.
It's insane. They just ran the same exact play, flipping both sides for the past 7 minutes, and it's very successful.
As you said earlier, Mikey, I hate to sound like a broken record, but if it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
The Raiders will go for the 2-point conversion.
Wonder what play's coming up here. Oh.
Benjamin will drop this time, looking to throw, and it's intercepted.
Oh, he might get 2 here. I don't know if anybody's going to catch him.
Looking to run it back is Brody Henriques.
There's a flag.
But there's a whistle to blow it dead on the back end.
Will be unsuccessful.
So a gutsy call there, letting Benjamin try to throw it, but it does not work as he tried to find Drew Dion.
With 3:23 to go in the third quarter.
The personal foul against Dighton Rehoboth is what blew the play dead, so what could have been a 2-point run back for Brody Henriques is a no-go. But the Falcons will take over. And we go back to seeing Maddox Mendoza behind center. And Mikey Mendoza has tried his best to air it out in this one, but the secondary for Somerset Berkley has just been swarming his receivers, not giving them almost any chance to make receptions. And even the front four for the Raiders has gotten close enough to Mendoza that they've rushed his throws and made it almost impossible for them to be accurate.
Yeah, you gotta give the Raiders a lot of credit, because, if they just put pressure on an inexperienced quarterback, it's going to be successful.
Looks like that personal foul will give the Raiders another chance. A.J. Griffin has it.
Conversion attempt is successful.
And this time the 2-point conversion will work, and now the Falcons will take over with the Raiders up 30-0.
Griffin running it in. That runs the score to Somerset Berkley 30 and Dighton Rehoboth 0. 3:23 to go in the third quarter.
Once again, just a reminder that the next time that you will see Somerset Berkley football action is on Halloween, as hopefully both Mikey Alves and Joey Frank will join me when your Raiders welcome in the Apponequet Lakers, who are a recent opponent of Dighton Rehoboth. They actually, in their last game, the Falcons defeated Apponequet 28-23, and that was a bit of a revenge game for Dighton Rehoboth and head coach Kevin Goosey after they lost to Apponequet 42-35 in the previous meeting between those two schools. And Mikey, you and I were talking about it a little bit during the halftime break. Somerset Berkley's 1-5 record doesn't really tell the whole story of what this team has been through this season. We could talk about the injuries. We could talk about the flipping of the positions, but the strength of schedule is really what it comes down to. That gauntlet of the 3 games at the beginning of the season, Hanover, Fairhaven, and Malden Catholic, all Super Bowl contenders that the Raiders had to face in the early portion of their season, and all losses that gave them an 0-3 start. A nice run back by Henriques there will give another opportunity with prime field position for the Falcon offense. Somerset Berkley's other games this season, a 27-13 loss here at home against Durfee, and then they grabbed their first win, 24-0 on the road against Greater New Bedford Voc Tech. And then the most recent contest for the Raiders before this one, a 35-12 loss at Old Rochester Regional. And a game much like tonight, freezing cold out, starting to feel that fall weather, sting the toes and bite the nose. Henriques on the run this time to the left. It was a bit of a misdirection, and Henriques gets a big chunk of yardage, almost 20 yards.
Yeah,
and the Falcon first down.
Sorry, Mendoza sold me on that one. That was a good fake.
Brody Henriques, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 8, Sam Mello. 19 yards on the run. 1st and 10 at the Raider 32.
And just one more reminder that tonight's Somerset Berkley football coverage is brought to you by Somerset Federal Credit Union, offering great rates, trusted financial guidance, and personalized service. With locations in Somerset and Swansea, Massachusetts at SFCU, our focus is always on you. Maddox Mendoza, a high snap. He's able to corral it. He'll look to throw. Mendoza going deep. And that's going to be a clear pass interference as Sam Mello was smothering Jack Lynch that time.
Yeah, you knew that call was coming there. He was making contact with the receiver way before the ball even got to him.
That's a pretty simple call for the officials to make, and it will set up Dighton Rehoboth with some extra yardage to aid their chance of scoring for the first time in this one. Mendoza gets his call from head coach Kevin Goosey. And another pistol look here for the Falcons. 2 receivers right. Mendoza the handoff to Bonfido.
Cooper Bonfido, the ball carrier.
Got a couple on that one. Among the tacklers was Kyle Hamlet for the Raiders.
Looks like a combined tackle by number 0, Kyle Hamlet, and number 70, Brett Irizarry.
Irizarry helped out Hamlet on that stop. They will give Bonfido about 4 or 3 on that. Second down and 7. Inside the red zone for this Falcon offense, who has had plenty of struggles today, but they can wash that all away if they can get a score here. Empty backfield for Mendoza. It's a bit of a sweep play, trying to get some open space for Reed Mello. He's got nowhere to go.
Raiders defense staying strong here, just milking the clock.
Jada Medeiros in among the ones to wrap up Mello there. As we're about to go under 1 minute left in quarter 3. A very slow-moving second half with a lot of running plays for both teams.
Gain of 2 on the play, 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5 for Mendoza and the boys. Maddox Mendoza, also a member of the DR basketball team. He'll take the snap and pitch left. Brody once more, Henriques. Nowhere to go. Drew Dion's in there. Everybody's in there now.
Yeah, that was an excellent play by Drew Dion, setting the edge there, not letting him get outside of him. You know Freitas would be proud of that.
A swarm of blue there as we go under 30 seconds before we head to the 4th and final quarter on a frigid night here in Somerset. I'm going to check the temperature right now. I don't think I really want to know. My hands are freezing right now. It is 51 degrees. No way. No way it's 51. Feels like 48 according to the weather app. But geez, this is one of the colder nights I've seen thus far this fall. And it's been a fall where I've done a lot of outdoor broadcasts, Mikey, and I've been very fortunate. A lot of 60, 70-degree days, but tonight, not even close as we head to the 4th and final quarter. Falcons offense will look to keep their drive alive, while the Raiders will look to get another key stop on defense. Mikey Alves will see you on the other side of this break to start the 4th quarter. So we will switch sides of the field in 12 minutes back up on the clock. And the clock is running. 30-0 in favor of Somerset Berkley, but Dighton Rehoboth knocking on the door for their first score. The snap to Mendoza, and Maddox will look to run. He'll get wrapped up inside the 5-yard line.
Keeper by number 10, Maddox Mendoza.
Reese Hambley and others in on the tackle for the Raiders.
About a 6-yard gain on the play from Mendoza. First down and goal from the 4-yard line.
So a first down and goal here. Can the Falcons finally cash in a game when their offense has been just about as cold as the weather? Maddox Mendoza takes the snap, another high one, it's bobbled, the ball's on the ground, and the Raiders look like they have it. And who else to grab it but the game captain, Max Pasternak. Talk about all the bounces going the Raiders' way, Mikey.
Yeah, that was the last sliver of hope for the Dighton Rehoboth Falcons, and yep, there it went. It was a solid drive by the Falcons, too.
Most certainly. Probably the most efficient one we've seen all day, and just a gut punch at the end that gives the ball back to the Raiders. And if I had to make predictions, I'd say run the ball and run the clock. There goes Liam Meehan again. A ton of room as he breaks a tackle. Meehan's into the open field. Can he take it all the way as he's being chased down by Henriques? Liam Meehan looking to cut back. He sheds the first tackle, but he cannot shed another. But a humongous gain, about 40 yards on that one for Liam Meehan.
Very impressive one by Liam Meehan, looking like Cam Scatterbo out there.
More than 40 yards, I should say, at that. Probably closer to 50 or 60. One of the best runs of Liam Meehan's senior season right there. Oh, so impressive.
Yeah, John, I'm going to have to check my fantasy lineup. I hope I had him starting this week.
First and 10 at the Falcon 37.
Under 10 to play in this one. A give back. Sam Mello bulldozing his way for about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Noah Godso and Titan Grassley on the tackle.
Raiders in no rush. As I said already, looking to just kill clock, but after that Meehan run of about 55 plus yards, there's not much field for them to run out the clock with anymore. They're inside the 35-yard line of the Falcons.
Second down and 5.
And the Let's Go Raiders chants coming from the student fan section. Flag coming in. False start on the offense.
False start against Somerset Berkley.
Even though the Raiders have been able to limit their mistakes in terms of flags today, still plenty of those adjustments that Nick Freitas will have to make in practice this upcoming week, Mikey.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes it second down and 10.
Raiders still moving. Second down, the give to Meehan. Liam Meehan gets tripped up. He'll stumble forward for a solid gain.
Tackled by Godso.
And a short yardage situation coming up for Mason Benjamin and his offense to work with.
Gain of about 6 or 7 yards on the play will set up a third down and 3.
3rd and 3, and Benjamin taking his time to relay Nick Freitas' play call in the huddle as we go under 7 minutes left on this chilly evening here in Somerset. So glad you could all join us here on Somerset Access TV, Berkeley Community Access TV, and Blue Raider Studios on YouTube. Man, the tried and true tradition. Another first down.
You can tell Liam Meehan's been watching some Ashton Genty film because he stands straight up before the snap. The Michael Myers stance.
We are getting close to Halloween, so I like that reference right there, Mike.
Yeah. And the coolest part about watching Liam Meehan play is I've seen like his whole family lineage in the past like 6 years play. Like Jake Meehan was a star, Owen Meehan was a star, and now Liam Meehan's carrying the brotherhood or the cousinhood too. But
this time on the run for the Raiders, it's Jared Tavares. A solid gain that time for Jared. Close to the first down marker. As Nick Freitas starts to dig into his bench a bit, giving everybody a chance to get involved in this one. In a 30-0
second down and 2.
game that the Raiders have dominated in all three aspects of the game. A block partially on a punt earlier, the touchdowns through the air and on the ground, and the defense making stops aplenty.
Number 10, Maddox Mendoza with the tackle.
Mendoza on the tackle there as the Raiders continue to inch forward. They'll have another first.
It's a gain of 3 yards on the play. Good enough for another Raiders first down.
About to go under 5 minutes left as we have hit the final 5 here at Hanson Memorial Stadium. So glad you could join myself and Mikey Alves here in the second half. Looks like a bit of a tush push there by the Raiders. Flag comes in.
That's what we call QB wedge right there.
Clock is still running. And the call looking like it is against the Raiders.
That play right there, actually, in 2019, in the Case Thanksgiving football game, that play went, I think, 13 to 15 yards on a single drive. I mean, a single play. It's pretty impressive.
Sometimes it just catches a team off guard, but that time around the Falcons seemed ready for it, and the flag helped them out. Another give back. Sam Mello has a hole, and he is in. And the beat just keeps on coming for the Raiders. 36-0. He ran it right up the alley there, to quote Vince Lombardi. Sam Mello. The third different Raider to score a touchdown in this one. At the end of the play, Kensley Mason limping over to the sideline for the Falcons. Let's hope he's okay. He'll be a big necessity for Dighton Rehoboth the rest of the way. Kamara on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good.
That runs the score to 37-0 with 3:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
And it's the Showtime Raiders here on senior night. Everybody getting involved, everybody doing their jobs. Clock still running here based on the deficit, and
please be sure to clean up your trash to keep Hanson Memorial.
The fans will start to head towards the exits.
Also be sure to exit out either way.
And the thing I think is special about this rivalry game is, you know, both the Raiders and the Falcons have extra motivation to win this game because a lot of them play Pop Warner football with each other. So these kids grew up playing years and years and years worth of football with each other. And, you know, to face off against each other in high school, it means a whole lot more that you don't see at any other matchup around this area.
Yeah, Mikey, you and I both played for the Somerset Berkley hockey team, too. Kind of reminds me of when we used to play Diamond and Durfee, those types of schools, because we all grew up playing SWS with them. So
I'm wearing the shirt right now, actually, under this.
Repping the Chiefs, remnants of a bygone era.
Miss that era.
Don't we all? About to go under 2 minutes left. Kamara will kick it off again for what will most likely be the final drive of the ball game.
Gavin Kamara to kick it off.
Unless we see some more craziness. Kamara will send this one off to the right. It will be out of bounds, and the flags come twirling to the ground. And more solid field position for Dighton Rehoboth, but not much the Falcons can do with the sizable lead that the Raiders have built for themselves.
Berkeley Community Access TV Channel 9 and our Blue Raiders Studios YouTube channel.
And I talked about, Mikey, Somerset Berkley getting a lot of their bench players involved. Austin Veloso stepping in now on the defensive line, wearing number 18 for the Raiders. Also, Darlington getting in as well, number 88.
Yeah, and these plays mean a lot here because this is their tryout.
Mendoza, the pitch forward for Mello. And Mello
Pitch goes to Reed Mello.
will get about half of the yardage needed for a first as we go under 1 minute left. The clock will keep on running, and the Raiders will grab their second win of the season, so they'll go to 2-5 overall. They will be 2-1 in the SCC, and the Falcons will drop to 3-3 and 1-1 in the SCC. Mendoza, this time throwing left. Raiders all over that play, wrapping up.
Great gang tackling.
On the final tackler is Sam Mello.
On the tackle, Sam Mello and Christian Hicks.
Christian Hicks was also in there. Falcons may get one more playoff, if that, with under 20 seconds to play, but just a dazzling performance in front of their home fans on senior night for the Somerset Berkley Raiders, and it sets them up for a chance to maybe win out the rest of the season. They've got Apponequet on Halloween, as I've mentioned many times, and then Central on Thanksgiving as officially scheduled games. They might have a couple more as this one comes to an end, and the Raiders will win this one 37-0. Back up above the press box, JJ Sylvia, Mikey Alves with you, and Mikey, tons of positives for the Somerset Berkley squad to take away from this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they ran the ball greatly all night. There's no really complaints on either side of the ball that I saw. Yeah, just keep the energy going. Like, despite the record, you still have a chance of winning the conference. So just stay strong and try to just keep riding the momentum, simply.
And speaking of momentum, Kevin Goosey and his squad have Old Rochester, Voke, and Seekonk on Thanksgiving for their remaining games. What do you think the adjustments are that Goosey needs to make to his squad as they get into that last stretch of 3 games of the season?
Definitely need to make the box, stack the box more and make it tighter. Obviously, they're getting the ball run down their throats all night. But, yeah, I mean, they don't look like a bad football team at all. I mean, it's just, when it comes to rivalry games, it can end like this, or it can be flip-flopped if they would play tomorrow. Like, you just never know how they're going to go.
Well, tonight the Raiders come out victorious, and that will do it for us here at Hanson Memorial Field for our entire crews at Somerset Access TV and Berkeley Community Access TV, as well as my partner Mikey Alves and our cameraman Brian Moniz. I'm JJ Sylvia, wishing you a good rest of your Friday night. Stay warm.